How to become a standout player in less than 30 days. I remember the day of my university school team trial when I was in 200 level, first semester. They had announced it like a week before that I'll be having school team trial the next week. And I was very, very nervous because most people already knew me in my department team and in my level alone. So I was nervous to join the school team because those guys were very, very, very good. So it came the day of the trial. Since they knew me before, they picked me to play last. Like, we first jogged around the field, and then after jogging, they now pick us to play small-sided games against each other, like 5v5, 5v5 against each other, and they'll pick us randomly. So midfielders, defenders, attackers. And since somebody knew me, now picked me to play last. He picked me in part of the set that I was supposed to play last. And the more sets I saw, and the more I saw people, when they were writing people's names down, I started getting more nervous and nervous until it was my turn to play. I didn't even think I was breathing properly that day. I now finally came on the pitch, and even in my nervousness, my instincts just took over. I received the ball and I quickly turned away, like all those kind of grabbing batch turns. On the half turn, I quickly turned away from the opponent and played a trivial pass to my winger. And after that, I gained my confidence. After that day, I noticed that more people started to know me. They started calling me. And in school, my nickname is Doku, because that one is a story for another day. Actually, because I usually wear a Man City jersey that has Doku on it. So people call me Doku. So after that day, I started hearing my name more and more and more. And it was because of my performance at the school team trial. Because almost all the boys were there. Like the whole school, all the boys were present at that school team trial. So after my performance, people started asking me that what's my name, this and that. And it got me thinking that I remember a few years back, that would not have been the same scenario because I was not a standout player at all. A few years back, I always tried to hide from the ball. I was always trying my best not to receive the ball at all. Like, if you're anything like me, you understand this. Like, you're doing as if you want to receive the ball, but in your mind, you're praying that the ball should not come to you because you're scared of making mistakes. Anytime you get the ball, you just pass it back. And it might be that in training, you might have good skills technically. But when it comes to matches, you're scared to be a standout player. So this video is going to teach you how to become a standout player in less than 30 days. Number 1, do real training. Those days, the reason why I was not good enough is because I was not doing real training. I was doing cone drills. I was doing gym work. I was doing bodyweight exercises. I was not doing what it took to learn how to get into a flow state. Do you think that players like Yamal, Neymar, Ronaldinho, Messi, do you think that when they were little, they carried their bags of cones and their bags of balls and went to and told their mom that, "Mom, I'm going to the field," and lined up their cones on the field and started doing cone drills? No, they did real training. They went out with their friends to play small-sided games, to enjoy themselves, to have fun. When they were not with their friends, they juggle the ball, play it against the wall, shoot it against the wall, try and control it. They were having fun. They were doing real training. The problem with most people these days, and the reason why football is getting more robotic, is that there's more cone drills, more restricted training these days. And before, there was nothing like that. Before, all you needed was your ball, your wall, and a space when you were not with your friends. So do real training, drop the cones. They restrict you from thinking outside the box. Okay, imagine lining up some cones in a straight line now. Do you think that defenders will line up for you on a straight line and be able to weave through them? When I was doing cone drills, I noticed I was robotic and there was no livelihood in it. So what I wanted to do is, for example, for dribbling now, I wanted to go outside and do maximal intense dribbling. That's why you imagine defenders coming at you at match speed and you dribble through them with your instincts. You imagine them as if it's in a real match and you dribble past them with your instincts. I don't want you to think. I want it to come to you naturally. So whatever comes to you naturally, you do it. I'll try and see whether I can put up some clips of me doing this maximal intent dribbling for demonstration. Another one you can do is ball and wall work. Find the ball, find the wall. This is like the most important training you should do as a footballer, because it improves the best thing, and it improves the most important thing in football, and that's your first touch. Find the ball and the wall. I'll put up a video of me doing ball and wall training. Find the ball and the wall, hit the ball to the wall, take a first touch that is much realistic. Do different things, have fun, just experiment with the ball, build a relationship with the ball. That's the key principle here. Build a relationship with the ball. Do real training. Forget all these cone drills, gym work, body weight exercises, all this jumping over tires. No. I don't want to do that. Focus on building a relationship with the ball. Number 2, embrace nature. The thing is that if you want to become a standout player, you must embrace nature. Before I started applying this principle, I was dull. My brain could not think. Like, I don't have the creative juices in my brain, and the only way you can get those creative juices in your brain is by embracing nature. Walk barefoot on grass. Try and walk barefoot on grass for at least 15 minutes a day. Try and walk barefoot on grass, because walking barefoot on grass, it gives you free electrons, which reduce inflammation in the body, and it will make you think clearer. Be outside in the sun as much as possible. Watch the morning sunrise. Sleep at 10 p.m. Eat real unprocessed food. So those are the basic principles that you can use to embrace nature. Just try and be outside as much as possible. Reduce your screen time. Reduce your time watching TV. Just go outside, have fun, go for a walk. You should be walking at least 30 to 60 minutes a day. Embrace nature. Then watch full matches. The problem is that most people, they only watch highlights, and highlights don't show the real game. So when you now go to a full match, you don't know where to be. You don't know what type of touch to take. You don't know how to instruct your teammates to move in relation to your own movement. And that's because you are not watching full games. Try and watch at least one full game a week. Then very, very important, small-sided games. I want you to play small-sided games at least 3 times a week. That's the real game. You can't replace small-sided games with individual training. Football is a team sport. Try and play. And small-sided games where you can push limits of your ability. When you're playing with your friends, you don't care, you're having fun. And that's when you build up your mentality that football is not a do or die affair. Football is a game where you relax, have fun, try things. When those things don't work, you smile and try them again. And the more reps you can build under pressure, the more you'll be able to handle pressure in real football matches. So playing as much small-sided games as possible, having fun. And then fascia training. Fascia is a connective tissue that wraps around all our bones, organs, tendons, and nerves, and responsible for anything that has to do with athleticism. I don't want to go too in depth on fascia today, but if you want to learn more on fascia, you can search it up, and I'm going to give you I'm going to show some exercises on screen that you can use to train your fascia. So I want you to train your fascia, and if you want to go more in depth and you want to know how to go from average to baller in 30 days, then click the first link in the description to get my course to go from average to baller in 30 days. It's everything I wish I knew when I was at point A and I wanted to go to point B in as fast as possible. Thanks for watching. Bye.